Okay, back again for what I hope to be a fairly quick and interesting, maybe, video. This actually involves the Peter Pearson family, which was the first family that I really began researching extensively, and probably the family that I've had by far the most videos on so far. They are the family that Allie Beeman's cousins and direct relatives married into, and so I mean there was obviously a close connection there. Just finding out what that connection is. And so this is my YDNA test results at 67 markers. Just paying attention to the last names here. This test can go back quite a ways, but we've got, Topol, O'Brien, Bryant, several Kellys and Bryants, especially right there together. So, with that said, a recent YDNA match by the name of Eleanor Bryant came up on my list, as did her father, Jonathan Bryant. And so, just checking the relatives in common, it does appear that she is on the correct side of the family, anyway, to be a YDNA match, anyway, or at least to match my father's side, as these are all my father's side. So with that said, I reached out to her and I asked her some general information, and putting two and two together, I did get some interesting results. So basically, let me see if I can get this to looking correctly here. So um, basically, Milton would have been, I believe, her grandfather, and then Milton Sr., you've got Robert Eugene. Let's see here. Let me get to the point. Because, yeah, it wasn't a direct Bryant connection, but it was an indirect one. So, basically, going up here, again, I should have had this prepared already. So, if you go up to Lydia Allen, just looking for anything significant here. The most significant finding was that she does have a cousin that is connected to Peter Pearson directly. And again, Mary Martin, she was very difficult to research. She married multiple times, at least twice. I believe she married a third time but did not have any children. Several conflicting birth dates. But from everything that I can tell, it is the same Mary Martin that is on the Peter Pearson family as well. And Peter Pearson, the home person in that tree, Mary Martin is the grandmother. And then for Eleanor, Mary Martin would actually be the eighth great grand aunt. So I mean, it is a distant relationship, but I mean, again, we're talking, fifth cousin, maybe, probably, in all likelihood. So I mean, it's going to be a little bit of a distant relationship, anyhow. And so I thought that was pretty interesting, given that there was a connection to the Peter Pearson family. I mean, it does make a little bit of sense as well. This is a direct descendant of Mary Ann Martin. Actually, it's a direct descendant of John Martin and Mary. And he is a relatively high DNA match to James Topol. Or to James. So basically, what this reminds me is I really have to organize my tree for James, because I mean, I need to get a little bit better at combing out his DNA matches, kind of like my own. And because a lot of times I'm finding DNA matches for him, but I have no idea where it leads. I do know that this is his father's side. If you recall, he was my first match in the YDNA test. So, I mean, I do know that it is his father's side. So it is the correct side, because that he's probably been the most, the one that's popped up the most on the DNA matches that have been relevant anyway. And so I thought that was an interesting find. Also, I have Martin grandparents as well, so you have to throw that in there, and I realized that. That probably warrants more research as well. I need to get more familiar with my own grandparents also outside of, like, the Graves, Mills, Pearsons, etc. I mean, and many of them are common names, like Smith and Price and things like that, that really could easily be sneaking in a DNA match without me noticing. And so that is what I just wanted to put. I'll put all the links. That's what I wanted to say. I'll just put all the links as well. And I will go ahead and end this video now.